Today on People Now, we learn more about the sudden death of storm chaser Joel Taylor as his family identifies his body in Puerto Rico after he died on a cruise. We have the latest details.
Toni Braxton is back with a powerful new movie.
People look at you and go, can they work?
Plus, the R&B icon opens up about her ongoing battle with lupus and how she's been inspired by Selena Gomez taking her battle public as well.
Why is the Jenner family worried about pregnant Kylie Jenner?
And Chloe K opens up about her pregnancy cravings and already being excited to get her body back after baby.
Figure skater Aly Wagner gives us her first-hand account of the emotional moment her BFF, Adam Rippon, found out he was going for the gold in Pyeongchang.
And Aly Raisman says there's still work to be done after Larry Nassar's sexual abuse sentence. We'll tell you what the Olympic gymnast has in store.
It's all today on People Now.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Lots to get to today. But before we dive in, fans are still reeling over Tuesday night's This Is Us. And my, oh my, was it a doozy. Yesterday, we asked you guys to share your thoughts on the episode. And we loved all of your responses. People tweeting in. Here we go. Between the scenes where Jack is cleaning the kitchen, where the older neighbor gives them the crock pot. I was crying so much I could hardly see. It is easy to love Jack's character and feel his relationships with his family. Great show, People Now. Thank you, Joan. And Jennifer saying, I found myself screaming, don't take that crock pot. I just knew. My heart was raving the entire time, maybe racing. I wish they could have gone back in time, gotten a functioning battery for that smoke detector. Me too, Jennifer. Thank you for those comments. Of course, guys, you can all join the conversation by using the hashtag PeopleNow, especially today. Because in case you didn't know, everyone, today is National Irish Coffee Day. Cue the woohoos. All right, and maybe you need some coffee over there. In honor of this very special Thursday, we're asking you guys how you like your coffee. I just like mine early, no matter how it is. It's a very important question. You can answer by tweeting us at People, or as we said, use the hashtag PeopleNow. But first, we begin with this, a very serious story. The family of storm chasers Joel Taylor has identified his body in San Juan, Puerto Rico, a day after he was found dead on a cruise ship. The 38-year-old Discovery Channel star was found dead in his cabin on the Royal Caribbean cruise ship Harmony of the Seas, which docked in San Juan on Tuesday. According to the U.S. Coast Guard's San Juan sector, Taylor's cause of death is still unknown and an autopsy has not been performed yet. An investigation is underway, though the Coast Guard has yet to inspect the cruise ship. At the time of Taylor's death, the cruise liner was hosting Atlantis Events' all-gay Caribbean cruise, which set sail from Fort Lauderdale, Florida on January 20th and is scheduled to return on January 27th. Headlining a concert on the cruise were Olivia Newton-John and Swedish electronic dance music duo Galantis. Fans of Storm Chasers and of Joel Taylor have been mourning his loss on social media. Rebecca Lynn tweeting out, so devastated, my favorite storm chaser of all time passed away. Can't believe he's gone. He inspired me so much. Christina writing in part, it just brings tears to my eyes. He feels like an old friend. And Mary remembering Taylor as, quote, so passionate, it was infectious. Now, the Discovery Channel has also released a statement to People about Taylor, who joined the cast of their documentary reality series Storm Chasers in 2008. They said, quote, we are so saddened to hear about Joel's passing. We will always remember him fondly as an incredible meteorologist and driver of the Dominator. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family and friends at this difficult time. Of course, our best wishes go out as well. Kylie Jenner's due date is right around the corner, and although she may be the youngest Jenner sib in the bunch, the entire family is rallying behind her despite their reservations. The 20-year-old lipstick mogul is expecting a daughter in February with boyfriend Travis Scott. That's according to one source, saying that Kylie's sisters have tried to give as much advice as possible, but the family is still worried because Kylie is so young. Most of Kylie's siblings already have little ones of their own, the source adding they will all support and help once the baby arrives. Earlier in September, news of Kylie's pregnancy came as a major shock to momager Kris Jenner. One insider revealing it definitely took some getting used to, but Kylie has always been very headstrong. She's always wanted to do her own thing, despite what Kris says. Now, of course, Kris just wants the best for her daughter and loves and supports her no matter what. We wish Kylie all the best as she approaches that due date. We're all very excited for her. On to this now. Figure skater Aly Wagner made headlines in early January for speaking out after lower than expected scores kept her from joining the U.S. Olympic team. Now, Aly is opening up on a different topic, her beloved friend and best friend, Adam Rippon, who is headed to Pyeongchang to go for the gold with the men's figure skating team. She was actually with him when he found out the big news, and it was a roller coaster.
text us that we're going to the Olympics. That's terrible. I understand that it's 2018 and technology is in right now, but yeah, you get a text message and it says, congratulations, you've been selected to participate in the 2018 Winter Olympic Games. It's waiting for that text message that is just the worst. He was miserable until he found out that he was placed onto the team. And then, I mean, just like tears, hugs.
Can you imagine? I think that would basically qualify as the best text message of all time, right? Since Ashley was with Adam when that text came through, we had to get to the bottom of the next logical question, how they celebrated the big news.
I immediately marched downstairs and was like, I need some Sauvignon Blanc, please. 2 glasses. And this was in the bar, and I just like snuck out of the bar and went straight into the hotel room. It was bittersweet because Adam had just been named to the team, and then the night before I found out that I was going to be the alternate. So I mean, there's just so much emotion in the room, but I think that the two of us lean on each other so much, and we're woven into each other's journeys, that it was a really special moment to be able to share with each other. I mean, I'm like Team Adam, I'm his #1 cheerleader and best friend, so I mean, I'm so happy for him.
And Adam Rippon is not just Ashley Wagner's BFF. He's an amazing athlete in his own right. Of course he is, if he's obviously going to the Olympics. And he's got everyone talking as the first openly gay athlete ever to compete for the U.S. in the Winter Olympics. But with such a label attached to his Olympic journey, is he feeling a certain responsibility to deliver?
I am so proud of this kid. But to be someone that is labeled as the gay athlete of the Winter Games, and he is one of the few people out there that I know will be able to take that kind of a headline and make it into something so much more. You know, he's so much more than a gay athlete. Adam Rippon is a total conundrum of a figure skater. He can go out and skate to club music and then make you weep with something beautiful and classical and elegant. He is one of the most intelligent people I know. He is so witty, fast. He's the kindest person I know. He has the best eyebrows of anyone I've ever seen. Those are important things, and I think that Adam going into this Olympic Games is really going to change the way a lot of people view and interact with the LGBT community.
And I'll admit I have eyebrow envy. Stick around because later in the show, Ashley's breaking down all the info you need to know before the U.S. Olympic skating teams hit the ice. But first, we move on to this. Toni Braxton is starring in the new Lifetime movie Faith Under Fire, premiering January 27th. Now, Toni plays real-life hero Antoinette Tuff. It's a Georgia school employee who prevented a mass shooting in 2013 by talking to the gunman and encouraging him to calm down. Toni's real life might be a little different, but she's no stranger to facing adversity and overcoming huge obstacles either, including her ongoing battle with lupus.
I feel so blessed because, you know, the doctors told me I would never be able to perform. I would never be able to travel or anything, but you know, a whole different plan for me. I'm here with you today. It's also stress-induced, the illness, and my lupus loves my heart, meaning it affects my heart badly.
Wow.
And so I have heart disease along with it, and I get blood clots, so I have to be very, very careful. But I'm learning my body, and I know how to pace it and how to just make it relax, and that's releasing stress, and anything in life helps.
And Selena Gomez has also been very open about her battle with lupus lately. So as a fellow survivor, what does Toni think about how Selena has handled her very public health crisis? Watch.
People look at you and go, can they work?
Right.
That's the hardest part. And Selena Gomez, she is a warrior. She has lupus as well, and I believe she had a kidney transplant.
She did, yep.
And I'm so proud of her. I think she's one of the bravest girls I know. And she just put it out there and said, I'm not going to let you judge me, and I'm not going to be a victim, and I'm a survivor. And I think just her telling her story is she's a pioneer. She sings.
I know, right?
That's the hardest thing. I mean,
because it takes so much
energy to sing, and I don't know how she does it, because some days if I'm having a bad day and I still have to do a show, it's a lot of you sing to the audience.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I found little tools to help me.
Wow, good to hear from her. It's incredible insight into how it affects everything.
Very inspiring that she's so open about it.
Yeah.
Let's check back in on our question of the day. To celebrate National Irish Coffee Day today, we're asking you guys, how do you like your coffee?
Samantha tweeted, a touch of cream and sweet and low. I know sweetener is bad for me, but I can't help it. I'm addicted. What are you
a lot of things are bad. I used to drink, I would put actually vodka in my coffee. For like a night drink.
Be careful with that, guys.
Yes.
Be very careful.
Hey, we're talking Irish coffee. That's what's in
That's
it.
true.
There's
Yes,
booze
Irish
in it.
coffee. Keep the comments
That's the
coming
whole
in.
point.
We're going to check in with you again soon. But first, Andrea, you have even more trending news for us as long as you didn't have too much Irish coffee.
Yeah. Looks like some of your favorite stars are rekindling romances in today's edition of Star Treks. Grammy-nominated singer Elle King celebrated her 2-year wedding anniversary with Andrew Ferguson. She posted a picture on the gram Wednesday of red cupcakes topped with edible photo strips of the couple and hand-drawn hearts with a simple caption, 2 years. The sweet photo of the two of them was taken back at the end of December when Elle revealed that she and Andrew were back together, saying, quote, goodbyes suck. They do. Elle and Andrew, whose nickname is Fergie, first met in 2016 and announced their engagement just weeks after meeting each other. Talk about a whirlwind romance. Elle later revealed in an Instagram post that she and Ferg actually got married 3 weeks after meeting and that they had separated. Well, it seemed the couple started to work through their rough patch by November of 2017, because that's when Elle congratulated Ferg on 10 months of sobriety via Instagram. Great to see they were able to work it out. She seems very happy, and her fans really like the two of them together. All right, let's be real. Khloe Kardashian knows how to rock a cute baby bump, and the mama-to-be is now fully embracing those pregnancy cravings. The 33-year-old reality star revealed her latest indulgences on her app, sharing that she typically doesn't go overboard on the sweets, but when she does have a craving, she dives right in, writing, of course I have cravings, and I give in to them, but as always, I do everything in moderation. In general, I'm not someone who wants to eat an entire box of cookies. I just don't eat like that. But if I'm craving something, I make sure I give it to myself. Still, the Revenge Body host is looking forward to returning to her pre-pregnancy bod, explaining that although she's more lax about her diet and fitness routine now, she's even more encouraged to work off those extra pounds once the baby arrives, adding, I'm so lucky I've been able to still work out during my pregnancy. Of course, I can't go as hard as I did before, and I really do miss my intense workouts. The star posted this throwback pic late Wednesday night, showing off her slim figure in thigh-high boots and a white Good American bodysuit. Khloe captioned the post, Body, I miss you. Don't worry, girl. I have a feeling you'll be rocking that outfit and bod very, very soon. Well, Shailene Woodley is off the market, and she let the world know it on her Instagram stories Wednesday night. She shared a smooch with her new man, rugby player Ben Volavola, during a fashionable date night out to the Valentino Haute Couture Spring-Summer 2018 show. Seems the festivities knocked Shailene's beau out. She caught a picture of him sleeping on what seems like a train with the caption, we done. Thought you were an athlete, Ben. The couple reportedly met in Fiji while Shailene was filming her movie Adrift, which is set for release this June. The couple was first spotted canoodling back in New Zealand back in October of 2017. She's since posted some cryptic photos of her guy on Insta, including this pic she posted earlier this month while they were FaceTiming. It had fans reeling over the identity of her mystery man. The actress was formerly linked to Divergent co-star Theo James, but now we finally know who truly has Shailene's heart. And those are your Star Treks for today.
I'm giving you 175 years, which is 2,100 months. I just signed your death warrant.
Yeah, that's the very powerful moment where Judge Rosemary Aquilina sentenced former Team USA gymnastics Dr. Larry Nassar to up to 175 years in prison for sexually abusing women and girls for decades during his time at Michigan State University.
Yeah, now Wednesday was the final day of the hearing, which was a culmination of a years-long effort to take down the abuser.
Now, more than 150 women and girls have accused Nassar of assault, including gymnasts Aly Raisman, Simone Biles, and Gabby Douglas.
Over 100 of those survivors addressed him in court this past week, this trial making headlines for months.
Yeah, now here's a little background to set the whole thing up. Allegations of Nassar's abuse became public in 2016. It all started in August 2016 when the Indianapolis Star published findings from its ongoing investigation into sexual abuse inside USA Gymnastics.
Yeah, now Nassar was fired from Michigan State University in 2016, but he was fired by USA Gymnastics a year earlier in 2015 after working with the organization since 1986.
Now, the first gymnast to speak out about Nassar's abuse was Rachel Den Hollander and another unnamed former gymnast.
Yeah, according to the Indianapolis Star, they said that Nassar fondled them and spoke about oral sex when they were alone.
Yeah, they both filed a lawsuit or complaint as a result of that abuse.
Yeah, this case is not the only case that Nassar is facing. He was also charged in another case for sex abuse and child pornography.
Yeah, according to the Lansing State Journal and other outlets, last month he was sentenced to 60 years in prison for possessing thousands of images of child pornography.
Now, the big issue hear is that since Nassar's abuse has gone public, the USA Gymnastics and the U.S. Olympic Committee have come under fire.
Yeah, many people criticizing the organizations for turning a blind eye to that abuse. The Indianapolis Star reported that USA Gymnastics kept several sexual misconduct allegations under wraps and did not usually report accusations to police. Big problem, obviously.
Yeah, 3 members of the USA Gymnastics board resigned in the wake of the scandal, including the chairman and vice chairman.
Now, one gymnast who read a powerful victim impact statement last Friday at Nassar's sentencing was Olympic gymnast Aly Raisman. She appeared on the Today Show just this morning following Wednesday's sentencing. Here's a little bit of what she said.
Do you think in your heart that justice was served yesterday?
No, I mean, it's not something where you just instantly feel better.
Yeah.
You know, we need to hold these organizations accountable. USA Gymnastics, United States Olympic Committee, MSU, they need an independent investigation. This is bigger than Larry Nassar. We have to get to the bottom of how this disaster happened. If we don't figure out how it did, we can't be confident that it won't happen again.
Aly has been so strong through all of this.
Yeah.
Also in the Today interview, she opened up about the moment she spoke at the Nassar hearing.
She said she felt like she was going in to compete like an Olympic game, that she blocked out everything because she knew she had a responsibility to be strong, even though it was obviously tough.
Yeah, very tough. She does admit that afterwards she was sick and almost passed out from the stress and trauma.
Now let's watch a moment here from Raisman's victim impact statement last Friday.
I am here to face you, Larry, so you can see I've regained my strength, that I'm no longer a victim, I'm a survivor. I am no longer that little girl you met in Australia, where you first began grooming and manipulating.
Well, she was really strong and very pointed in all of her comments there.
Yeah, she was. On Wednesday, following the sentencing, Raisman tweeted her thanks to her fellow survivors for their courage, strength, and leadership.
Yeah, like she said on the Today Show, though, there's still a lot of work to be done. She's really looking to the future here.
Yeah, in the tweet, Raisman said she's advocating a separate independent investigation to, quote, figure out exactly how this disaster happened.
Raisman also thanked the judge in her tweet. She said, in part, your leadership, your professionalism, your compassion, and your commitment to allow each and every one of us survivors the opportunity to share our impact statements in open court was extremely important and meaningful. And man, that judge, she let him have it. And a lot of people celebrating her for doing that too.
Yeah, a lot of
really
former gymnasts and everything, you know, tweeting out their support and, you know, thanking the judge for everything.
Yeah.
And what a tough thing to go through.
There's really a wave now of momentum for what's next. I think Aly Raisman has a great platform to continue to bring light to all of these issues that surround that in the USA Gymnastics.
Yeah.
All right, guys, stay with us. Ashley Wagner is prepping us for the Olympics. She's sharing all the info that you need to know about the skaters going for the gold next month. Plus, what is next for Ashley after she famously did not make the Olympic team this year? We have got the answer. Well, guys, the nominations are officially in for the 90th Annual Academy Awards. There are some first-timers like Mary J. Blige for Mudbound, Timothée Chalamet for Call Me By Your Name, and Emmy Award winner Allison Janney for I, Tonya. And let's not forget the classic repeats.
No, let's not. So here's Meryl Streep, nominated for Best Actress for her work in The Post. Okay, so this is Meryl's 21st Oscar nomination, you
No big
guys.
deal.
She's officially the most nominated actor in history.
Yeah, but in 1979, Meryl Streep was a first-time Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actress in The Deer Hunter. There she is with husband Don Gummer, who she's still married to, by the way, looking incredible. Meryl actually did not win that night, but who cares? She's Meryl Streep, and she's got all those other nominations.
Yeah, enough said. All right, Denzel Washington snagged a Best Actor nod for playing the title character in Roman J. Israel Esquire. It's his 9th overall Oscar nomination.
Now, Denzel won big at the 1990 Academy Awards. He was then 26 years old. He won the Oscar for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Glory.
Woo!
Yeah, it was actually Denzel's second nomination. He was first nominated in 1988 for Cry Freedom.
All right, Frances McDormand is nominated for Best Actress for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Now, she's been killing it this award season, winning a Golden Globe and 2 SAG Awards for her performance.
Now, here's Frances 21 years ago as a brunette at the 69th Annual Academy Awards. She just won her first Oscar for Best Actress in a leading role for Fargo. She was first nominated in 1989 for Mississippi Burning.
Yeah, I'm loving the throwbacks. Well, this is perhaps the cutest before and after. Saoirse Ronan is the youngest female Best Actress nominee this year for Lady Bird. And at only 23, this is already her 3rd Oscar nomination.
It's so incredible. Back in 2008, Saoirse was bright-eyed, 13-year-old, freshly nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Atonement. She was adorable then. Look at that. She's so happy to be there, even though this was 10 years ago. You know what? Not much has changed.
I know. Well, on the flip side, Christopher Plummer is the oldest actor ever to be nominated for an Academy Award. Now, he got a Best Supporting Actor nod for his performance in All the Money in the World. He famously replaced Kevin Spacey in the role for J. Paul Getty.
Now, believe it or not, 2010 was the first year the veteran actor received an Oscar nomination for The Last Station. He was 80 years old, and I know what you're thinking. He was totally snubbed on Sound of Music. Totally snubbed. He became the oldest actor to receive an Oscar when he won in 2012 for Beginners.
Now, Octavia Spencer is also on her third nomination for Best Supporting Actress, this time for The Shape of Water. This makes Octavia the first African-American actress to follow up an Oscar win with multiple nominations. You go, girl.
Yeah, Octavia attended the 2012 Oscars, nominated for Supporting Actress for her role as the spunky nurse Minnie in The Help. Octavia was a one-hit wonder, or let's say first-hit wonder, and won an Oscar the very first time she was nominated.
Now, if anyone knows how to go out with a bang, it's Daniel Day-Lewis. He is nominated for Best Actor in Phantom Thread, which he says will be his last film.
Yep, and he came in just as hot as he is leaving. Look at the hair. Look at the locks. Daniel Day-Lewis won his first Oscar in 1990 for Best Actor in a Leading Role for the film My Left Foot, the story of Christy Brown.
But do you think Phantom Thread's going to be his last movie?
I hope it's one of those things where he goes away for a while because he wants to, and then he has this big comeback. We can hope.
Yes, we can hope.
There's a lot that I steal from my children because they say stupid things all the time. Hey, kids.
Just served. I haven't even ordered yet. Order. Cheeseburger, please.
You know, my son used, he called an ambulance a hospital truck when he was 3. I just thought it was really funny. I've kept it for 3 seasons now. You have put that in the mouth of the boy who's way too old to be calling it. But it actually makes a lot more sense, because what does an ambulance mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Nothing.
It doesn't translate to something meaningful for a small child.
It's a hospital truck. It's a truck that's going to the hospital.
See, guys, it all makes sense. Yes, season 3 of TBS's The Detour is back with all its laugh out loud insanity. The show stars Natalie Z and Jason Jones, who is also the writer, creator, and executive producer, with wife Samantha Bee. The two not only work together on The Detour, but Jones is also an EP on his wife's hit political show, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. I asked Jones how she shakes off a day of crazy news and if the two ever get to just have some alone time.
We're living in a crazy world, and she's part of that crazy world, and she does need to decompress.
Yeah, you started to say when she comes home, there's maybe a phase of like...
Yeah, there's a decompress phase, which takes like, good hour, 2 hours, sometimes 4 hours.
The rest of the day.
I think that's the way with everybody right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're all Samantha Bee. In a sense, we all have to kind of figure out how much of this we are.
Well, there is a level of figuring out how to be able to.
I mean, I play Samantha Bee on TV, so maybe I should.
You can say that.
Okay, so I am Samantha Bee.
My name is Virginia Montana, Georgia Rivers, Regina Alberta, Dakota North.
How about separating work from home with your relationship together? Is that a separate type of, I don't know, song and dance that you guys do?
I mean, now that we have, 2 shows and 3 children, we just don't have a lot of time to do anything else.
Kids, take it.
The problem is, we're cool, so our kids want to hang out with us.
Oh, wow.
That's the problem.
Boy, live under that veil for as long as you can.
No. Trust me, I know it's not going to last.
Okay, but for now.
Yes, I mean, I was cool because I was in Pitch Perfect 1 and 2.
That's what made you the cool dad?
Yeah, but I'm not in 3, so like my stock is
crashing once that's all
plummeting.
Well, the 2018 Winter Olympics are officially just 2 weeks away, and we are getting very excited. But it can be a little overwhelming to know who to root for and what to expect from each athlete on Team USA. So Ashley Wagner is here to save the day by revealing the first thing that comes to mind about each of the athletes on the men's and women's U.S. figure skating teams. Her answers may surprise you.
Brady Tennell, newbie. Brady Tennell is a technical skater. Nathan Chen, quiet. Kid doesn't talk. I trained with him and he just started talking to me a year ago. Ryan Nagasu, feisty. That girl, I've been with her since 2010 and she is feisty. Adam Rippon is eyebrows. Karen Chen is elegant. You're gasping, you're on your feet, soft and pretty. Vincent Zhou, okay, I don't know the word. Literally the first time I saw this kid was when he was this big and he was in the hallway at nationals, running up the wall and then flipping over. So, what is that? That in a word is Vincent Zhou.
Getting me very excited. Now, of course, Ashley did not make the Olympic team this year, but she has a lot going on. She's partnered with Dick's Sporting Goods for their Contenders program, which invites Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls to work at Dick's Sporting Goods locations. It gives them a steady paycheck so they can fund their extensive and expensive training, and flexible hours so they can work even harder to make their dreams come true. So what is next for Ashley Wagner? We found out.
I'm really excited. I'm going to be headed over to Korea in some new shoes. I'm going to be kind of taking a step back, seeing what the media side is like, and that's really exciting for me. And a lot of doors are open, a lot of opportunities are coming my way, but I think that I'll know when I'm ready to be done with skating, and skating will always be a part of my life. So we'll see when it's time to redefine what it means to me.
Makes me so excited for the Olympics.
I know. All right, guys, let's check back in on our question of the day one last time. It's National Irish Coffee Day today, and the Twitterverse, as we call it, is really excited to be celebrating this very important holiday. It's
But
national.
you should be excited.
Yep, that's right. Here we go.
It is Irish coffee if you skip the coffee and just... Oh, is it Irish coffee if you skip the coffee and just drink the alcohol? I don't think so.
National Irish Coffee Day is the one day a year a person can add as much whiskey to their coffee as they want, and no other person can say anything about it. A limit does not exist, as seen there. I love the account, Death Wish Coffee.
Another Twitter user writing, I like my coffee very, very hot with just a little bit of milk. I like to drink it slowly on a Saturday and Sunday morning with many refills because I'm in a rush all week long. Nice.
I drink coffee quickly.
I know. I drink
early
lots of coffee. One last thing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jeremy Parsons. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jeremy.
Let me know when anyone finds out what you're supposed to do with yourself when people sing happy birthday to you.
How old are you today?
An old man, a father of two. That's how old I am.
What are you going to do to celebrate your birthday?
We'll find out. I don't know. My wife's taking me out to dinner tonight and then something this weekend. I'm sure it's going to be crazy. Do you guys have some Irish coffee for me? I'm sure that's what's next, right? You guys bring it?
All
No?
right, well, hope you
no
have
Irish
an amazing birthday, you guys. Not
me?
you guys.
Everyone who had a birthday today with me, happy birthday.
I meant you, and then I said you guys can always feed him happy birthday.
Singing me happy birthday. Clip it out. I am posting that everywhere.
You guys,
beautiful voice.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jeremy. We'll be asking
you
a new question of the day tomorrow on People Now, so come back at 8:30.
Hey, coming up tomorrow, Friday Night Lights star Taylor Kitsch telling us about playing cult leader David Koresh in the new Paramount Network series Waco.
Woo.
Plus, This Is Us star Susan Kelechi-Watson opens up about her co-star Mandy Moore's engagement and why she's a pretty chill fiance so far.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And for now, we leave you with one last thing from the star of the new movie Forever, My Girl, Alex Rowe. Enjoy.
Bye, guys.
Hi, I'm Alex Rowe, and this is One Last Thing. All right, last song stuck in my head was Little Big Town Girl Crush.
I got a girl crush.
Last time I was recognized was actually outside earlier. I was kind of quite surprised by it. Some girls asked if they could have a photo, and initially I was thinking, like, are they asking me to take a photo of them? And I realized that they wanted to take a photo of me, which was cool. The last text that I sent was to my mum, asking her for baby photos. She hasn't got back to me yet. She lives a very fun life, so she doesn't reply to my texts.